Ambassadors, Christina here, and another postcard from the States. I'm here with my friend George, who is a very longtime friend. We're here in New Orleans, but a little irony, I suppose, is that we met in Orléans in France, and then we realized that we live like an hour and a half away from each other in the U.S. So, George, I'm so happy to be here with you today. We're going to be cooking.
Yes.
You're going to be cooking, and you cook so well because the times that you cooked for me in France. But so tell us a little bit about what's the recipe that we're going to make, and then we're going to look at the ingredients.
Okay, so what we're going to do today, I've already started here the red beans. Normally you have red beans on Monday.
Okay.
Because Monday is laundry day.
Right.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Of course. So you would put red beans on a slow fire.
Yeah.
And it would cook all day while you're doing your laundry.
Right.
But I wanted to make red beans and dirty rice for you. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
That's laundry. Right.
I wanted to do red beans and dirty rice because 1, it's a hearty meal. 2, it's an easy meal.
Yeah.
And 3, all the ingredients you can find in France.
The ingredients. Let's see the ingredients. This is actually already in the pot. Is that right?
All right, so we put this, and this. We didn't put celery in the red beans.
Okay.
So the bell pepper, the onions, and the garlic.
Okay.
And then Tony Chachere's. I actually have a very good friend, Christine. That's her great uncle.
Oh, right. Her uncle is Tony Chachere?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's so cool.
Isn't that crazy?
That is. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the red beans.
Okay, so what I did was I started off with dry red beans.
I don't want to burn myself. Okay.
So in here we have saucisse fumée, smoked sausage. We have garlic, onion, and bell pepper.
Okay.
And the red beans, the dry red beans that we put in there, I put 2 pounds.
Okay. Of red beans.
2 pounds of red beans, 2 pounds of sausage.
Right.
2 bell peppers, 2 onions.
Okay.
And a lot of garlic.
Okay. And so...
And so what we do is we let it boil.
Yeah.
Until the beans get soft. Now when the beans get soft, which we're almost there.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is I'm going to take out a cup of the beans and I'm going to crush them and I'm going to stick them back into the pot, and that's going to make them creamy without adding extra butter or oil or anything. So my red beans really have no extra stuff.
Okay, got it. So we got the red beans and the sausage here.
So the other thing we're going to make tonight too is we're going to put cornbread, because you can't have red beans and rice without cornbread. But in this occasion, we're doing red beans and dirty rice.
Okay. Now what is dirty rice exactly?
All right, so dirty rice came into being because when you were a slave and you had leftover scraps to cook with, you became creative. Right. I have ground meat here. Ground beef. Normally, though, a traditional dirty rice is made with chicken livers.
Okay.
And beef livers.
Okay, because that was like the leftover parts.
That's what made the rice look dirty. Because you have white rice. Right. And then you would saute the liver with the onions, the garlic, the bell peppers, the celery, and the season.
So how long are we going to let these beans cook?
Well, I've had them on the burner since 6.
Okay. And it is now
6:30.
10 o'clock?
It's just about to be 10 o'clock. I had them... What I usually do is I start boiling them first. And then while I'm chopping up the smoked sausage and the vegetables, then I just kind of throw it in.
Yeah. And so now we're just going to wait for all of that to cook.
And then I'm going to chop up these vegetables, and then we'll come back, and I'll show you what to do next.
All right, great.
Okay, folks. So I'm going to take all my vegetables. As you can hear, the pot is crackling hot. So I'm going to put the bell peppers, the onions, the celery, and the garlic.
And now this is the bell peppers, the onions, the celery is what we call the Trinity.
That's
in
correct.
Louisiana cooking.
In Louisiana cooking, we call it the Trinity. So let's get this in before the bacon grease burns.
Okay.
So.
That's popping.
Yeah, it's hot.
And you can smell that it's bacon.
Now, we use bacon grease because It gives a good smoky flavor. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to give this a good stir.
Okay.
Have a look.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, looking good.
Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the ground meat and we're going to put the ground meat in because we want to get that bacon grease and we want to get the onions while they're still raw, the bell peppers and the garlic while they're still raw because that'll permeate the meat.
Okay, got it.
So we're going to
put the meat in.
Put the meat in. We're just going to kind of break it up a little bit and we're going to stir it in and get all those vegetables surrounded by the meat because we want all of that flavor to be like inundated in the beef.
Yeah. So we're just going to mix up the beef, mix up those vegetables. How long are we going to let it cook?
Well, what we're going to do first is we're going to make sure that all the meat is brown.
Okay.
Once the meat is brown, we're going to add this rice. It's a 1 pound bag. Okay. And so we will only need 32 ounces.
Okay.
For every cup of rice, because a cup is 8 ounces. So for every cup of rice that we use, we use 2 cups of liquid.
Okay. So 1 cup rice, 2 cups liquid.
So we have, since this is 16 ounces, we have 2 cups of rice. So we'll use 4 cups of beef broth.
All right. Got it.
Okay, folks. So here we have dirty rice. Because it's not white, so that's why we call it dirty. Because normally rice is white.
Yep.
And then red beans with a good gravy.
Red beans.
Smoked sausage, garlic, and onions, bell peppers, and no celery.
No celery. Celery's over there.
Celery's over here.
Celery's over there, yeah. Great. So now we're just going to serve this up and have a good... Now, is this Cajun or is this Creole?
What I've made here tonight is Creole.
Creole.
Because so Cajuns they don't make a roux for their dirty rice.
Got it. So that's a Creole thing. So we're going to have a
Creole
good
thing
Creole
because we
dinner.
start everything with a roux, except for red bean. So what we have here, we have dirty rice. So if you can see the layers, there's rice underneath the red beans. There you go. Rice, red beans, the sausage, and then homemade cornbread.
Yum. So now we're going to go and enjoy this.
We're about to go make some fat asses of ourselves. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to put it out there like that because
this is not light.
I'm not shy.
No, it's not light.
This is full of calories. There is no...
Vegetables. There's vegetables in it.
There's bell peppers and garlic and onions and celery.
And that's why it's going to be good.
Bon appétit.
Bon
appétit.
Et
la prochaine fois, yes.
We're gonna have big fun out on the bayou. Goodbye, Joe. We gotta go, me on my own. Gotta go for my people down the bayou. My born, sweetest one, me and your mama. Son of a gun, we're gonna have some fun down on the bayou. Well, jambalaya,